Hey everybody, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Welcome to Grangeville, Idaho, the Idaho DLC. We just agreed to take a cargo from here to Coeur d'Alene, which is one of our last two cities. I'm sorry, three cities. We still have Pocatello, but this is like way down here. So we're going to go from Grangeville to Coeur d'Alene. Then we're going to try to get a job from Coeur d'Alene to Sandpoint. We're not going to take it today, but we're going to try to pick one up. And then as far as Pocatello, that's like the only... Oh, don't want that. I want to move the map. I think that's the only city on the map we haven't discovered yet. God, look at how big this is getting. This is fantastic. I'm really impressed with SCS and what they're doing with this sim. Right, let's go pick up our job. Hop right in here. We did sleep recently. We did get fuel recently. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel. We got plenty of sleep. Moment. Did it not take the job? I want to go here. Grangeville, right? Coeur d'Alene. Where is it? Coeur d'Alene, right there. Tableware. You got it.
Let's do this.
All right, now it's got it. I don't know why it didn't take that the first time. How do we get out of here? We go that way, and we got to kind of swing it over hard. We can do that. We can do that. All right, lift axle is up. Brake is off. Here we go. So how's everybody doing? It's Sunday. It's Sunday for me. I'm going to try to post this today. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up by noon U.S. Eastern Time. It's almost 11, so you'll probably see this tomorrow, Monday. But I am going to live stream today, and I think we're going to do flight sim, maybe. And we'll talk about live streaming. That's going to be one of the things we talk about on our trip today. But as always in the truck, first thing we talk about is gaming and what's going on with gaming. I'm seeing a lot about Colorado and Iberia, and I think that pretty clearly that's going to be tied to 1.39, and I think the beta is going to be available for 1.39 not too very long from now. I did opt out of it on the ATS and the ETS side, and the reason being, I really like the way the game is running for me right now as far as mods. And typically when a patch comes in, at least temporarily, it does break a lot of mods. The turn signal is on. We're good there. Good there. Here we go. And I'm sort of moving away from that. I mean, I do still like mods, but I feel like I've evolved away from that place of being kind of a mod hunter, where I remember in ETS, there was a way that you could put some windows up here. On the ETS side, you could get like pro mods, Rust map, and the Great Steps. You could get all of those working together and have this just unbelievable map, right? And unbelievably big, I guess I should say. It was sort of problematic, and a lot of parts of it didn't look great, but it was just that you could get all of that running and working together. It was like an achievement, you know? You get that little burst of dopamine when you make something work. You get that feeling of accomplishment. And I've moved away from that. I feel like I'm getting to a place where I want my games to run smoothly and predictably now, less so than I want to have every possible mod running or the latest mods. I still see things every now and then, and I think, oh, that's, I'm going to try to track that down. I want that one in my stable. But I feel like since I got away from FS19 and started playing FS17 exclusively, because the mods for FS17 are essentially done, they're stable, there's nothing to hunt. There's nothing to like track down. And so I can just work with what I've got. And as the maps on ATS and ETS have become bigger, I feel like I no longer have a need for Coast to Coast or Canada on the ATS side or Pro Mods on the ETS side. Pro Mods is a fantastic mod. I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's amazing that it even exists. It's just not for me anymore. So I think when 1.39 comes out, I'll definitely create a test profile and preview the patch, but I'm going to stick with my main profile until 1.39 is in full retail and out of beta. And we are getting, I know we're getting new trailers on the ATS side. I don't know if we're getting new trailers on the ETS side, and we're getting a new truck on the ATS side, although I don't know if it's going to be in 1.39, and I assume that it's going to be free. All right. Train Sim World, take a lesson from a company that is loved by its users. When you add new content, you don't always have to charge for it. All right, let's get pulled in here.
And then continue straight on.
Carefully. All right. Oh, this is interesting. I like some of the new models that we're seeing on both sides, on ATS and ETS. Some of the new assets, right? So we get pulled in here. Get this stop down to neutral. Brake. Let's see what we got. And I think there was like 10 hours available on this job, so should still be here. Yeah, still 10 hours. All right, so we'll take this job. And we're right down there. Brake is off. Throw her in gear, go third person, and we're going to back right in there. You got it. And what else? I pre-ordered Ride 4. I got a 10% discount. Thank you very much. And I got some kind of exclusive European bike pack. I don't know exactly what's in there. It's a DLC. I don't know if it's going to be available later. And, you know, I get a little bit conflicted about gated content. And we might sort of touch on this later in a roundabout way. But gated content, I mean, it's not just the content. I think it's the idea of exclusivity. I don't know. It's complicated. It's more complicated than you might think, but I don't know that content is ever going to be available to anything other than pre-order. Like there's some stuff for games, you know, if you don't get it on the pre-order, you don't get it. And I don't know how I feel about that because the game was, I think, $45 with the discount, and you might not have $45 in your budget this month, right? And I'm not throwing shade when I say that. Like, that's for real. Money is about as real as it gets, and if you can't pre-order Ride 4, you never get that content. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of how life works. And I know I've said this before, but I don't know that gaming should always be an exact analog for how life works. I feel like, you know, some of the parts of life that aren't so good, maybe we could not have that be a part of gaming. You know, gaming's our place to escape. So that carryover is, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with that. I don't have a definite way that I feel about that. So brake is off. Lift axle is up. It's about 5:30. We don't need lights yet, but we'll need them soon. So I did get that pre-ordered. I will do some videos of that for the channel. I'm really looking forward to Ride 4 for some reason. I know Ride 3 was a lot like Ride 2, other than it had this it was beyond comprehensive. It had this career mode that just went on and on and on, to the point where I wouldn't say that it got boring, but I felt like there weren't enough tracks. There were definitely enough bikes, but I feel like there weren't enough tracks for the amount of goals that they had for you. It was a lot. It got kind of repetitive. It was a lot of very similar races on the same tracks. So right through here. So we'll see how Ride 4 is. I hope there are more tracks. I hope there are. I kind of want to be surprised by it, but I can do a little research and find out what is going to be involved in Ride 4. So that is happening, and then we got Dirt 5, and what was the other one? Something. Oh, there's another one. So yep, that's what I got for fall. And I got a Track IR and I got a Stream Deck on order. Track IR should be here tomorrow. Stream Deck is going to be a little bit longer because of the COVIDs. Everything is kind of wonky. And we've got to make a mighty swing here. Who's behind us? Yeah, we're going to have to cut through the grass here because if we swing too far out, that truck is going to kind of get confused. All right, so we got no traffic. Oh, we do. All right, hang on. Oh, game. Yep, Track IR will be here tomorrow. So what happened right there with the camera throwing it around, that's going to be the last time you see that in Truck Sim. Been really looking forward to Track IR. I got it primarily for Flight Simulator and DCS, but we're going to use it in everything that we can use it in. As long as it doesn't give you motion sickness. I'll get the settings dialed, the damping and everything, so it doesn't mess with your eyes when you watch. But I'm really looking forward to that. And then the Stream Deck is because we're taking our talents to Twitch. We're moving to Twitch. That's going to happen over the next 60 days or so. We'll talk a little bit about that. I try not to be too serious on the channel, but sometimes there are some serious things to talk about. So we're going to talk about YouTube a little bit and why we're moving to Twitch. So yeah, I am going to be live streaming more, and I don't know, live streaming it's different when you're small, and obviously my channel is very small, but it's different when you're small because a lot of times you're doing live stream and there's nobody there. But you got to do it. You got to do it if you ever want anybody to be there. So yeah, I don't have a massive social media footprint. I tend to stay away from social media. I'm not saying this applies to you or anything like that. But for me personally, I think social media is pretty toxic and I stay away from it. But unless you have a big social media sort of presence and you can bring a lot of people to your live stream straight away, they do start small. But the tips that I hear from streamers over and over is you just got to do your stream as though there was an audience. You just got to keep talking. Even when you're talking to yourself, you just got to keep talking, which is very weird. It really is. But you know what? That's how it works. So what else? I think that's everything for gaming. What is the other title? There's another title that's coming in November. It got bumped back to November. October. Yeah, I guess it is Dirt 5. I think maybe Dirt 5 was supposed to be October, and then they pushed it back 30 days. Yeah, Dirt 5 and Ride 4 were going to drop about the same time, and then Dirt 5 got bumped back. I don't even know what to expect from Dirt 5. It's got that sort of grid feel to it. It looks more like a game than a sim. So I think Dirt Rally 2.0 and at some point Dirt Rally 3.0 will be the realistic rally side for Codemasters, and the Dirt franchise will be the fun side. I'm cool with that. I don't know if I'll buy it. I don't know how expensive it's going to be, but we'll see when it gets here. So, right, Twitch, YouTube. This might be a little controversial, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. YouTube is a dying platform, and it's definitely dying for gamers. Now, my channel has grown. We're coming up on about 900 subs. My channel has grown more slowly than I anticipated it would. It's been more difficult than I thought it would be. And I really want to get to 1,000 subs as a benchmark. It doesn't really mean anything. I think it changes the way your videos are handled by the algorithm slightly, but not terribly. It's not like when we hit 1,000, it's just going to explode, take off like a rocket. It's not like that. But as a benchmark, as an accomplishment, just to say that I did it, 1,000 is a goal. And if you watch the videos, you've heard this before. I don't promote the channel in videos. And to say, I really want to get to 1,000 subs as a goal, and then to say, but I don't promote the channel in videos, what I mean by that is I don't say like, subscribe, turn notifications on, share, right? I don't do that. I find it almost offensive when people do that in videos. I get it. And the thing is, it works. It really, really works. If you do that, your channel will grow faster. I refuse to do it. I would rather the channel grow slowly on my terms than grow quickly and feel like a sellout, right? And I would feel like I was selling out if I did that. You're all adults. You know how to like a video if you like it. I do like feedback. I appreciate that. And on the channel, typically we've got a 98 to 99% like to dislike ratio, which is, I think, pretty damn good. Statistically, that's pretty damn good. Very happy with that. I would love it if you'd give me more feedback. If you like a video, tell me what you like about it. If you don't like a video, tell me what you don't like about it, and I can use that to continue to make the channel better. But for the most part, everything is where it's supposed to be. It's just happening very slowly. And I did some research because we've really dropped off. May and June, we were picking up like 75 to 150 subs a month. It has dropped down to seriously like 15 subs a month. So I did some research, I dug into that, and I found out a couple things. One thing I found out is a lot of channels are down during COVID. I would have thought it would be the opposite, that people would see their channels growing during COVID. And it's been just the opposite, particularly for small creators. And the reason is all platforms are using this as an opportunity to grow. So Netflix, Hulu, right? Big time YouTubers. They're all using this as an opportunity to grow because people are home and they're consuming more media. So it's become extremely competitive. And for a small creator, we're just getting kind of shut out. Me, it's very competitive, and it's really kind of a bad time to be a small creator. So that's part of it. But also, YouTube as a platform is dying, particularly for gamers. And the reason is because YouTube has a kid problem. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail about this. You can do your own research, but YouTube has a kid problem. And they lost a lot of advertisers. A lot of people moved away from the platform, both because anything involving kids in that context, and again, you can do your own research, but anything involving kids in that context, oh, this one's on the left, so we got to get over here quickly, not take this car out, sir. Advertisers really pull back from that quickly. That is not a good look for a corporation, for an advertiser. So they lost advertisers for that reason. Reset my camera. And then the response to that, to let people know, I'm talking about Google, YouTube now, to let people know how seriously they were taking their kid problem, they put a lot of things in place on the channel that have made it extremely difficult to kind of thread the needle there. Now, for all of my videos, I select these videos are not made for kids, but there have been a lot of cases of people finding out that their videos are essentially being made invisible by YouTube, even though they have said this video is not for kids. YouTube has sort of, I don't know, hidden it, right? Because they don't want that video to be presented to children, and then it's like a violation of the agreement they made with, I don't know if it was the Justice Department. Yeah, it's again, I don't want to get into a lot of detail about this and then be wrong. But YouTube's fix for their kid problem is not terribly well implemented. And that is hurting creators. So for that reason, and gaming it's a weird space, because to a lot of advertisers, and I think to a lot of corporations, gaming is always going to be for kids. This type of gaming is not for kids. I specifically say these videos are not for kids. So I'm just in kind of a dead zone on YouTube. And I think YouTube is going to continue to fail as a platform. I mean, it'll still be around. It'll still be worth billions of dollars, but it's going the way of Facebook. I don't have any social media accounts, but I've had people in my peer group tell me, oh yeah, everybody's getting off Facebook. Nobody uses that anymore. That's the boomer platform. Nobody uses it. So, Facebook is still massive, and it's not going anywhere, but it's not what it used to be. And YouTube is the same way. It's not going anywhere. When I say it's dying, I mean in a relative sense. It's not going anywhere, but it's not going to be as big as it used to be. So we're going to Twitch, and I'm going to be live streaming a lot more. And I believe the policy on Twitch is they archive your live streams for 60 days. So they're available to rewatch, or if you miss one, you can check it out later. They keep it for 60 days and then they get rid of them. And I sort of like that. I do, because I've got like my very first video that I ever made, and it's awful. It's everything about it is awful. The way it looks, my microphone, the things I say, all of it is terrible. It really, really is. But I leave it up there because I like the idea of being able to sort of see my own progress. And when we start live streaming exclusively on Twitch, we won't have access to that anymore. After 60 days, they're gone. So it's like there's no legacy, You're only as good as you were in the past 60 days. So I like that, and I'm looking forward to that. And that's what I got the Stream Deck for. And I really I hope that things grow on Twitch. And I mean, I know you can actually stream to both platforms simultaneously. I don't know how that would work with chat and everything else. Fortunately, I feel like my brights are on, and they are. That's why people have been blinking me. That's why my lights seem so damn bright. Where's my little blue light? I don't have any kind of indicator that my high beams are on. It might be under the wheel. Yeah, it might be like the wheel is obstructing our view of the little blue light. Okay. Well, that explains why we were getting all that glare. Hey, better to find out now, right? Instead of all the way in Coeur d'Alene. So that is what's going on there. And I think, is that just about everything? Yeah, that's going to happen over the next 60 days or so. I'd like to start streaming, as I said, 4 or 5 days a week. And initially it'll be 4 or 5 days a week on YouTube. And then like 3 or 4 days a week on YouTube, 1 or 2 days on Twitch, then 1 or 2 days on YouTube, 3 or 4 on Twitch. And by the time we get to the last week of December, we'll be exclusively on Twitch. And then after the first of the year, everything will be over there. And I want to do some new graphics, new intro graphics. I want to find some new music to use. I need to build overlays. I'm enjoying that part of it, and I think that's going to be fun. Nice sunset here, although I can't see super well. There we go. And we're going to have to make a new company, a new virtual trucking company that we can now extend out, and that will be our virtual freight company. It's not just trucking, because we've got planes in Flight Sim, and I can skin those. We have race teams that need sponsored. We can skin those. The only thing that we won't be able to skin are trains, because the livery editor in Train Sim World is so bad. Oh, it's terrible. It's unusable. They gave you one font. How effing lazy is that? They gave you one font. One font. It's like an afterthought. I saw a comment on Reddit, and the person said, I write code. I code in .NET, Visual Basic, C++. I code for Unreal. And that's maybe an afternoon of work. Like, one person put that together in an afternoon. It is absolutely horrific. So, yeah. We won't have skinned trains. I mean, we could just make the color. We could just skin the color and then put, like, the name on the side. But it would be terrible. It'd be no good. So we'll need to come up with a new virtual freight company, and we'll start using that first of the year for our trucks. I'll have to reskin all our trucks. We'll reskin all our race cars. We'll reskin our planes, and maybe at some point the livery editor in Train Sim World will be punched up a little bit, and we can skin the trains as well. So, yep, that's about all I got going on. God, this year has gone so fast. It really has. It's gone so incredibly fast, and it is... Oh, are we descending a massive hill right here? We've got like zero braking effect. I can't believe this year. All the insanity that has happened this year. Absolutely crazy. I saw the other day that a hurricane, it had been a tropical depression, and then it became a tropical storm, and then it became a hurricane, and then it went back to a tropical storm, then it went back to a tropical depression, and then it became a tropical storm again, and then it became a hurricane again. And it's based on wind speed, right? It didn't like turn around and go back toward the mainland or anything, but they were calling it a zombie storm. Like it followed the normal life cycle of an Atlantic hurricane, and then it came back, and it's like, yeah, of course it did, because 2020, and this has been just an unbelievable year, and maybe because it has been such a crazy year, it has really flown by. It really, really has. I can't believe we're coming up on the holidays already, and for me, the holidays, obviously not the holidays proper, but for me, they start about mid-October, because that's when people start getting ready for Halloween parties, and Halloween, for where I am in my life right now, I don't have any family. My family's gone, and I don't have a family of my own. Like, my parents are gone, my siblings are gone, and I don't have kids of my own. So where I am right now, I'm not quite in that, like, party phase of life. I don't party like that. But holidays to me are not family time. They're hang out with your friends time. And so the holidays like Halloween and New Year's are a bigger deal to me than Thanksgiving and whatever your December holiday is, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. Those are family holidays. I don't have those. So it's more of the get together with your friends kind of thing. And I don't know what that's going to look like this year. And, we don't even dip a toe in politics on this channel. Stay far away from that. This I know. So I don't know where you come out on, social distancing and whether it's okay to have a party, a virtual party, Zoom party, in-person party, whatever. That's your thing. But I don't know that a lot of my friends are going to be doing like big in-person parties. So who knows what that'll look like. It'll be crazy. Whatever it is, it'll be crazy because it's 2020. And 2020 it's just a madness of a year. So that is right around the corner, and because I get that sort of 1 month jump on the holiday season, right? Rather than Thanksgiving being the kickoff for me. Wow, this looks really good back here with this barn. Yeah, this is really nice. I'm pleased with the new DLC. Because my season starts in October rather than November, it's like I get a 1 month jump on it. So we're right around the corner. For me anyway, we're right around the corner from the holidays. And that to me is the end of the year. It's getting cold in the mornings. I love fall. I really do. I think from spending all the time that I have in the mountains, I love snow. I love cold. I love altitude. So I've lived in the desert, but the mountains that's home to me. And because it's always sort of chilly in the mountains, even in the high summer, when it cools off a little bit in the fall, that feels very, I always feel more, wearing a jacket to me feels very, I don't know, familiar. Could be the Asperger's, could be the autism, but I do like that. Having to sort of bundle up a little bit, and it is getting to be that time of year. So, yep, winding down. Another year in the books. Oh, what a world. All right, this is Coeur d'Alene. We have not been here before. That's right, we have not been here before. We need to discover Coeur d'Alene, and what's the last one up there? Sandpoint. And then get back down to Pocatello. So we will, how do we want to do this? I think we've got a minute before 1.39 comes out. So let us, next episode, we will tick Sandpoint. And then the episode after that, we'll tick Pocatello. And that will actually put us sort of in the neighborhood of the Colorado line. Right down here. I can't wait to have track IR. I can't wait to be able to look around these bends. It's going to be exciting. And I'm going to throw our lift axle up because I think we're going to go down here just a little ways and then we'll be... Yeah, it looked almost like we were getting back on an interstate, but I don't think we are. I feel like this is kind of a feeder road. Yeah, we're really looking forward to track IR. I don't know why I put it off as long as I did. Something else I looked at was Go XLR, because I'm on a USB microphone, and I don't know, it's sort of self-canceling. I'm not in a studio right now. I don't have any sound insulation on the walls, so you're getting a lot of plaster echo, and I know my sound it's better, but it's not as good as it was. No, it's better than it was. It's not as good as it could be. Yeah, that's it. It's not as good as it could be, but I don't have a full studio, and I don't have any plans on building a full studio at the moment. So I thought about getting a Go XLR so I could get a powered XLR mic, like a proper microphone. And first problem is a Go XLR is like $600. And then the microphone I want is like another $2,000. So we go from track IR that I paid like $200 for. I got the IR5. We'll go from a $200 track IR to a track IR, a Stream Deck, and like almost $3,000 of microphone accessories. And yeah, maybe not quite yet. The problem with that, it's like when everything went high def. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it's a different town because we haven't been in Coeur d'Alene before, but we need to get over. Yeah, because this is turn only here. So we need to slot in behind Walmart here. Here we go. It was like when high def first became a thing, and people were still, people in TV and newscasters and stuff, they were still wearing, because you got to wear a lot of goofy makeup when you're on TV. And the cameras, you look like a monster in real life, but the camera makes it look normal. Carefully. Well, when people were wearing that makeup and the broadcast switched over to high def, they looked like absolute freaks, right? Or other types of media and entertainment in high def for the first time. People were horrified, go back to low def. I don't need to see that. And I feel like if we went with that type of audio setup at the moment, because I'm not in a proper studio, it's like the lower quality mic that I'm using right now sort of hides a lot of things, and we want to keep it that way. We don't necessarily want that sensitive a microphone in this environment. So we'll see. It'll all get worked out. Everything gets worked out. But for now, those are my two big upgrades. And who knows? I mean, between now and 2020, the craziest year ever, between now and the first of the year, maybe I do build a studio. I don't know. I mean, I've got a vision in my mind of what my ideal game studio would look like, and it's like half game cave, half game lounge, and half broadcast studio. Here we go. All right. Going? Not going? Yeah, the AI has gone berserk lately. Better not hit me. So who knows? Who knows? Anything is possible. And yep, that's it. That's all I got for you. I do like driving the truck with you. I really do. We've never done a live stream in the truck. Maybe we should.
Go straight on.
I don't know that we could do that today because I just got out of the truck again with the AI making me nervous. I haven't done that. But maybe we should. Yeah, it could be fun.
Keep
Could be a fun thing.
and then
How
continue
about sometime this week we live stream ETS? Yeah, let's do that.
Go straight on.
There we go. And this is Walbert. Yeah, this one is easier to get into. I'm thinking of the drugstore. The little drugstore where you have to pull in and kind of swing to the right and then back it all the way around the corner to the left. Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest destinations. Oh, wait a minute.
Keep right.
This is
Continue straight on.
this is discovered up here. Have we been to Coeur d'Alene? We haven't. The dot wasn't highlighted.
Go straight on.
Go straight here? Yeah, go straight and then turn. Okay. Hang on. Let's get stopped here. I'll turn that off. Yep. I mean, up there, it's indicating that we have been around this block before, and that means we've been in Coeur d'Alene before. So maybe that intersection back there where we had to get over to the left because the other lane was right turn only. Maybe we have been here before. I don't know. Not sure why it's not highlighted, though. On the map, I mean. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. All right, here we go. And I think we're going in and then to the right. We'll find out when we get up here. Oh man, I don't even want to wait another 24 hours for track IR. I want it now. I want it right now.
Left.
I should not have waited as long as I
Turn
did
left.
for track IR. All right, right in here, so we can only go to the right. I think that said delivery area. It said receiving area. That's us. Right back here. I do love this game.
It was a nice ride.
It really was a nice ride. Thank you, SatNav. Get some windows down here. Where are we going? Somewhere. Somewhere. It's not that next one, is it? No. It is this one. Carefully. Yeah, we got room back there. Carefully. So I think we're going to need to flip around. Yep, there it is. So we want to, let's flip around to the left. Yeah, that makes more sense. Can we? It's going to be a little tight. Oh, it's going to be a little tight. Oh, beautiful. All right. So right through here. Yep. And then right over here. I'm already wondering if I should try to stay in cab with the track IR. Back it in cab. I mean, I'll try it a few times off camera and see how it goes. But I know, like, my YouTube heroes, they back it in cab. So I got to try to do the same. All right. Over here. And I can barely do it third person. I don't want to overcommit. But yeah, we'll give that a try when we get to track IR. So, might have to straighten it out. But maybe not. Maybe not. What? What? Yep. How about it? All right. Yeah, this is pretty long. How much room do we have back there? We can go back a little bit more. Put it right on the dock. Oh, look at that. That all worked out. All right, back to neutral. Set the brake. Parking lights on. Engine off. Let's see how we did. On time. No damage. Did we get any tickets? I don't think we got any tickets either. 12 grand. I'll take it. 525 XP. And we're going to take a quick look at the map. The map, I said. We're going to take a quick look at the map. And yeah, we did have to discover Coeur d'Alene. Oh, you know what? I think we drove through it like on the way from Spokane. We drove through it, but it never highlighted. Like we missed the downtown area or something. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So we still need Sandpoint. We still need Pocatello. We'll get those two. And then this is Colorado right here. So if we get down to Pocatello, we'll be kind of, you know what I mean? Right around the corner here. Okay. There you have it. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. We'll see you next time. Take care now.